Hello, I'm Joe Scarice, your mortgage lending specialist. I am here with Glenn Gaines, commercial and investment real estate specialist. And our discussion will be what are the renovations and value add to multifamily and how to drive returns. And the first question I have for you, Glenn, is what is important when it comes to renovations and value add?
So one of the important things is what's your competition doing? So if are you next door to similar type properties? Are you going to attract similar type tenants? So you want to know who the competition is and sort of what you have to do to get above them, right? If they're hitting $1,000 a month and you want to get to 11 or 1,200, what is it going to take to get to that point? Who's your target tenant? If you're in a C neighborhood, you're maybe not going to do an A renovation and hope to get that much more in rent, right? You're going to be just above. You're going to maybe push for a B and try and get the B rent. I think that's part of it. And what's your business plan? Are you going to hold it long term? Are you going to hold it and do a quick flip on it? Are you going to just drive rents for a little bit, leave a little bit of meat on the bone for the next investor, and then flip it right away? So you got to take into consideration all of those factors.
And what in particular in the units should you focus on?
So again, I think it also goes back to the hold period, right? If you're going to be in it for a long period of time, maybe you're going to focus on more durable components on the renovation, things that hold up long term. Maybe you're going to do granite because you don't want to do Formica countertops that get beat up and get water infiltration and blow up after the first 2 years. So if you have a long-term plan, put the money into granite and be done with it. You're going to get a rent bump from it, and you're going to get a long-term durability. So that's one thing. I think you want to keep up with finishes that are more modern. If it's a dated property, you're going to do some modern finishes, and just that image will give you rent bumps. It's amazing. Sometimes the simple things can really push rents.
So what about common areas?
So common areas, obviously you want them clean, well lit. That's something that's often overlooked. Artwork, we've put really just general prints and things. You screw them to the walls so they can't move and don't disappear.
Yeah.
But you dress it up a little bit and make it homey so that people enjoy coming home from work and enjoy the place. If it's a larger property and you have room for common area elements such as like dog parks or amenities of that nature, definitely things worth considering because you can get rent bumps from dogs every month or pets every month, and maybe you got to dress up the laundry room if there's a common area laundry. And looks like a pigsty, clean it up, make it look nice.
Mechanicals?
Yeah, mechanicals, you want to make sure they're in good shape, right? It's an expensive overhaul, so that in the due diligence process, you're going to have to budget for that stuff ahead of time. So you got to know the age of the mechanicals and if that's going to be something in your CapEx budget in year one.
And finally, a big question is, what is the cost concerns?
So the cost concerns are always important, right? Because you gotta ultimately, if you're doing value add, you gotta get a return on your investment. So you really gotta dive into the numbers. What's it gonna cost per unit to do the rental? Who's gonna do the work? And you gotta line them up beforehand. It's all about efficiency. So if you have a lot of dead time between tenants, you're losing money. So if you know you got a good property manager in place, and a unit's coming empty, you get everything lined up so that as soon as they're out, you're working your plan and you have it turned hopefully within 5 to 7 days. You got a new renter in and you're good.
Another great subject of renovations and value add to multifamily. Thank you.